Good morning. Welcome to Gimpy's History Corner. I get called Gimpy by my family. Here's a picture of my youngest son in New York City with his dog Hazel. Hazel's a good dog. I think they're walking along the East River. When this was taken, they lived on the east side of Manhattan, where the East River is. Now they're on the west side, where the Hudson River is. Hudson? I think that's right. Good old Hazel. Okay, we're on video number 157. I call this one the best sports dynasties. I like to watch sports. I don't watch it like I used to. I don't watch a lot of whole games. I like to watch some highlights once in a while. I like the history of sports. And growing up, my dad was a basketball coach and football coach. So he liked to watch sports back on the old black and white TVs. Okay, so we'll start with professional basketball. And the greatest sports dynasty there was the Boston Celtics from 1957 to 1969. They won 11 championships in 13 years. Led by Bill Russell and their coach Red Auerbach. It's an unmatched run of dominance. Later on, they had good teams with John Havlicek and Dave Cowens. Won a couple championships there, and then I think 3 more with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and another one more recently with newer players. So they have 18 total. That's pretty good. The next on there is the Los Angeles Lakers, also the Minneapolis Lakers. They started out with George Mikan in Minneapolis and won several championships there. Moved to Los Angeles and won some with Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, later Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson, and then with Kobe and Shaq. And then more recently, LeBron won one for the Lakers too. They're at 17, so it's 18 to 17. Wow, that's close. Then you had Michael Jordan in the 90s, 1991 to 98. He won 6 out of 8 years. He won 2 three-peats with a 2-year break in between. It's always mysterious why those 2 years in between, where he went and tried to play minor league baseball. There's a theory that he got caught gambling by the NBA or something with his dad. His dad did some shady things. His dad was killed during this period, murdered. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. 3 straight. Then he retired, went and played baseball for 2 years, and then came back and won 3 more. 6 out of 8 years. Then the Golden State Warriors from 2015 to 22. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. 4 titles in 8 years is pretty good. And their coach was Steve Kerr. They revolutionized the game with 3-point shooting. And those 3 players are still playing, but Klay Thompson's with another team, I think, now. All right, professional football. The team with the most Super Bowl championships are the New England Patriots, 2001 to 2019. Tom Brady and Coach Bill Belichick won 6 Super Bowls and appeared in 9. They were 6-3. And Brady, when he left and went to Tampa Bay, he won 1 more. And Belichick, I don't think ever did anything else. He's struggling at the University of North Carolina right now. Pittsburgh Steelers are next with, I'm not sure this is right, 6 Super Bowl wins. Well, the dominant team was with Terry Bradshaw and Franco Harris back in the day. I think they won 4. And they won 2 more since then. I thought it was 5, but I could be wrong. They've also got 2 losses, so the Steelers have been good. They're probably the second best team. And then the third best team is the San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young. 5 Super Bowls in 14 years. Bill Walsh was the coach that got that started. Dallas Cowboys had a streak there in between. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Okay, how about baseball? Well, the Yankees are the dynasty there. 27 World Series titles. They ran from 1920s with Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, through the 30s and 40s, Joe DiMaggio, into the 50s with Mickey Mantle. They were the king of the hill. Yogi Berra, and then in the modern times with Derek Jeter. 27 world titles. It's going to be hard to beat. Next best is the St. Louis Cardinals with 11. They got most of those during the 30s and 40s with Stan Musial. In the 1960s with Bob Gibson. And in the 2000s with Albert Pujols. So they have like three different eras. They were really good. The Oakland A's had a quick stretch there. They had 72 to 74. They won 3 straight World Series. Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Vida Blue. And then I should have put the Brooklyn Dodgers ahead of the Oakland A's because they have 7 World Series titles. Starting back in Brooklyn Dodgers with Jackie Robinson. Los Angeles Dodgers in the 60s with Sandy Koufax. And earlier in the 2000s with Kirk Gibson. And now they've won 2 recently with Shohei Ohtani. Hockey, I don't know much about them. They have the Montreal Canadiens, 56 to 79. They won 10 championships in 15 years. Haven't done much lately. They really are an old time dynasty. Edmonton Oilers, a little newer in the 80s, 84 to 90. Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier won 5 titles in 7 years. College basketball, the dynasty, of course, was UCLA out in California. 64 to 75, won 10 titles in 12 years. That was Coach John Wooden. Had Lou Alcindor and Bill Walton, 2 great players. Women's soccer in college, University of North Carolina, from 82 to 2012, won 21 championships. Wow, are you kidding me? And recently in football, Alabama, with Nick Saban, from 2009 to 2020, 6 national championships. My team's Ohio State, has 3 or 4 championships scattered over many years. Cincinnati Reds have 5 over many years. That's not a dynasty at all, unfortunately. They did have a real good team in the 70s called the Big Red Machine. They won 2 straight World Series, 75, 76. And some people claim the 76 Reds were the best lineup. But I don't know how you could beat those Yankees. Man, they were just incredible. And the Boston Celtics, my dad used to watch those Bill Russell teams. They could run. They could do everything. Bill Russell was about the greatest winning basketball player of the day. That's for sure. He wasn't a great shooter. Really good defender. Good team leader. And there's the question today between who's been better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? I think Jordan had a better teams. He was probably the better player, but that 2 years off between the three-peats always has been a mystery. What was that all about? Wanted to play baseball? I don't know. He's a wealthy man right now, though. Lives down in Florida. And the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick thing is a mystery too. They were so good for so long, and then they fell out. They didn't want Tom Brady anymore, and he went down to Tampa Bay and won another Super Bowl. And Belichick has been a mess ever since. I don't know what happens. Okay, that's Sports Dynasties. I'm a sports fan and only crazy about a couple things. That'd be the Buckeye football and the Cincinnati Reds. Bengals have never won a Super Bowl. They've been in two, lost both of them to the 49ers. Joe Montana. Okay, this is Friday. This is, I think, championship football weekend in Ohio, I think, maybe Indiana. Getting ready for the big high state game tomorrow. Go Bucks.